You think you need more time, don't you? You wake up every morning staring at your to-do list, thinking, if only I had more hours in the day, I could get it all done. But let me tell you something. Time is not your enemy. Time is a neutral resource. It's not about having more of it. It's about using what you already have with absolute precision. Here's the truth. People fail not because they lack time. They fail because they lack focus. You can spend 12 hours a day doing meaningless tasks and still get nothing done. But someone who channels just 3 hours of razor, sharp focus can move mountains. Focus is your superpower. Focus is the laser that cuts through distraction, doubt, and delay. Look around you. How many people are spinning their wheels? How many people say, I don't have enough time? Yet waste hours on social media, emails, or things that don't move them forward. Time is wasted not by the clock ticking, but by your mind wandering. You don't need more hours. You need to decide where your energy is going. Focus is not just paying attention. Focus is deliberate attention. It's deciding this is what matters. Everything else is noise. Imagine holding a magnifying glass to the sun. You can burn through steel. You can ignite fire. That's what focus does to your life. When you concentrate all your energy on the most important actions, impossible becomes inevitable. Here's how you start. First, get brutally honest with yourself. What is truly worth your energy, not what looks urgent, not what everyone else wants from you, but what is essential for your dreams. Second, eliminate distractions like your life depends on it, because it does. Turn off notifications. Say no to unimportant commitments. Protect your focus like it's your most valuable possession, because it is. And third, take massive action. Focus alone is powerful, but without action, it's nothing. You can meditate on your goals all day, but if you don't move, the world doesn't move with you. Decide, act, adjust, and keep your eyes locked on the target. People think that success is about time management. It's not. It's about focus management. It's about learning to direct your mind, your heart, and your energy toward the results you want. Every distraction you remove, every unnecessary task you eliminate, every ounce of energy you put into what truly matters, that's what creates breakthroughs. So stop asking for more hours. Stop wishing for more days. You already have all the time you need. What you need is clarity. What you need is discipline. What you need is the ability to harness your focus and channel it relentlessly toward your goal. When you do that, the impossible bends to your will. The question is simple. Will you let distractions control you, or will you take command of your focus and dominate the results in your life? Every great life, every great achievement, every unstoppable force in history started with this one truth. Focus beats time every single time. Success is not about having more hours. It's about using the hours you have with razor, sharp focus. Too many people wake up each day thinking that the solution to their problems is more time, as if the universe owes them extra hours just to catch up. They look at their overflowing calendars, their endless to-do lists, and they convince themselves that if only they had 2 more hours, 3 more hours, an entire extra day, they could accomplish everything they desire. But here's the reality that almost no one acknowledges. The hours themselves have no power. Time is constant, indifferent, and impartial. What changes everything is not the quantity of time, but the quality of attention you bring to the moments you already have. When you focus with precision, the same 24 hours that feel insufficient for most people can become more than enough for you. Focus transforms ordinary effort into extraordinary results. A person wandering from task to task, checking their phone every 5 minutes, answering every interruption, and multitasking endlessly may spend 12 or 14 hours a day working, yet accomplish almost nothing that moves their life forward. Meanwhile, someone who identifies what matters most, eliminates everything else, and channels their energy relentlessly toward the 1 or 2 critical priorities can achieve more in 3 hours than the other person does in 12. The difference is not in time. The difference is in focus, in clarity, in the intentionality behind every action. Every moment you spend distracted is a moment stolen from your potential. Every hour frittered away on unimportant tasks is a river flowing past you without benefit. The truth is that time is the great equalizer. Everyone has the same 24 hours. What separates those who achieve massive results from those who remain stuck is not luck, not resources, not opportunities. Although those can help, it is the ability to focus on what truly matters and to ignore everything that does not. When you understand this, you stop chasing time and start mastering attention, and that shift alone can change your life. Razor, sharp focus requires courage because it forces you to confront what is essential and to discard what is not. Most people cling to busyness because it feels productive. They confuse movement with progress. They fill their days with tasks that make them feel like they are working. But in reality, those tasks are distractions that keep them from doing the work that actually changes their trajectory. To master your time, you must first master your focus. You must ask yourself the hard questions. What activities actually drive results? Which choices bring me closer to my goals? What can I eliminate, delegate, or delay without compromising my vision? When you answer these questions honestly and act on them consistently, the hours you have suddenly become powerful tools rather than limitations. Focus also creates momentum. When you direct all your energy toward a single goal or project, you build speed, confidence, and clarity that compound over time. Dispersed attention produces scattered results, frustration, and stagnation. Focus allows you to go deep, to immerse yourself in the work that matters, to develop skills faster, to think more creatively, and to produce at a level that most people cannot even imagine. It is the difference between skimming the surface of life and diving into the depths, discovering opportunities and solutions that are invisible to those who are distracted, those who are constantly busy but never productive. The power of focus extends beyond productivity. It changes how you experience life itself. When you are fully present and engaged in your actions, the world feels sharper, clearer, and more alive. Decisions become easier, priorities become obvious, and your energy flows toward the outcomes that matter most. Focus allows you to say no without guilt, to set boundaries without fear, and to pursue your goals with a ferocity that is unstoppable. It is the lever that turns limited time into extraordinary achievement, frustration into fulfillment, and potential into reality. You have the same hours that the most successful people on the planet have. You have the same 24 hours that your heroes had when they were building their empires, writing their books, or creating breakthroughs that changed the world. What they did differently was not ask for more time. What they did differently was ruthlessly decide what mattered, eliminate distractions, and focus all their energy and attention on producing results that moved the needle. Focus is the secret weapon of every high achiever, and it is available to you right now if you choose to claim it. Focus is a superpower. Directing your energy toward what truly matters creates unstoppable results. It is the force that separates those who drift through life from those who dominate it. The invisible weapon that multiplies effort into extraordinary outcomes, and the difference between a dream that stays on paper and a life that is lived with purpose. Many people misunderstand what focus really is. They think it is simply paying attention, sitting still, or avoiding distractions. But true focus is far more than that. It is the deliberate alignment of your mind, your energy, and your actions toward a single, clear objective. It is the commitment to give your full presence to the things that matter most, and to refuse anything less than total engagement with your priorities. When you develop this kind of focus, it is like unleashing a laser that burns through obstacles, doubts, and resistance. When you focus, every action you take is amplified. Every decision you make is sharper. Every moment becomes productive in a way that scattered attention could never achieve. Consider the difference between someone who works with clarity and intensity and someone who drifts without direction. The first person achieves more in a single focused hour than the other does in a full day of multitasking. This is not hyperbole. It is the principle of concentrated energy. When you pour your mind, your heart, and your energy into one outcome, the results grow exponentially. Focus does not just enhance productivity, it transforms it. It allows you to create breakthroughs that seem impossible to those who are distracted, busy, or scattered. Focus is not automatic. It requires decisions, discipline, and a relentless commitment to clarity. Every day, life pulls you in multiple directions. Notifications scream for your attention, people demand your time, tasks pile up, and distractions lurk at every turn. Without focus, you will bend to the demands of everything and everyone else, losing yourself and your power in the process. But when you choose to focus, you reclaim control. You decide where your energy goes. You decide what truly matters. You decide to invest your attention in what produces results and discard the noise that does not. This choice is what separates achievers from dreamers, winners from wishers, and leaders from followers. Sharp focus also requires courage because it forces you to eliminate what is comfortable but unnecessary. You will need to say no to activities, people, and habits that drain your energy without contributing to your goals. You will need to turn away from busyness disguised as productivity and toward purpose disguised as simplicity. This is not easy, because it means confronting your own distractions, weaknesses, and patterns of procrastination. But every moment spent in undistracted focus is a moment invested in results that change your life. And the courage to focus consistently is what allows ordinary effort to produce extraordinary results. The effects of focus ripple far beyond productivity. Focus creates momentum. When you lock your attention on a single objective, progress accelerates, clarity emerges, decisions become obvious. Confidence grows because you see the tangible impact of your energy. Each focused action compounds with the next, building unstoppable forward motion that propels you past obstacles, critics, and setbacks. Meanwhile, scattered attention produces friction, confusion, and exhaustion. Those who lack focus feel busy all the time but rarely move forward, while those who wield focus consistently feel powerful, efficient, and unstoppable. Focus is also freedom. When you are clear about what matters, you stop being controlled by distractions, opinions, and external pressures. You regain authority over your time, your choices, and your results. You no longer drift. You lead your life with purpose. You prioritize high-impact activities, eliminate low-value tasks, and engage fully with the actions that move the needle. Focus allows you to harness your energy, sharpen your mind, and elevate your actions so that every hour is leveraged to produce maximum results. The truth is simple. Energy without focus is wasted. Talent without focus is squandered. Dreams without focus are nothing more than wishes. But when you direct your full energy toward what matters most, you create momentum, clarity, and unstoppable results that transform your life. This is why focus is the ultimate superpower. It is available to anyone willing to claim it, to harness it, and to protect it against the endless distractions of the world, because it is the weapon that turns ordinary people into extraordinary achievers, the lever that transforms effort into massive impact, and the skill that ensures your actions consistently produce the results you desire. Distractions are the real enemy. Clarity and discipline protect your focus like your most valuable asset. Every day, life bombards you with 1,000 competing demands for your attention. Notifications ping, messages arrive, meetings are scheduled, and countless small tasks scream for your time. The world is designed to fragment your attention, to pull you in every direction at once, and to convince you that being busy is the same as being productive. Most people fall into this trap. believing that their lack of progress is due to insufficient hours or resources, when in reality, the problem is that their focus is constantly being hijacked. Clarity and discipline are the armor that shields your focus from this constant barrage, and without them, even the most talented and capable people fail to achieve their potential. Clarity begins with a simple but profound question: what matters most? Most people spend their lives reacting to everything around them instead of acting on what truly matters. They drift from one task to the next, answering emails, attending meetings, and responding to every demand without considering whether it moves them toward their goals. Clarity allows you to step back, to see your priorities with unflinching honesty, and to make deliberate choices about where your energy goes. It forces you to distinguish between what is urgent and what is important, between what is essential and what is trivial, and between what contributes to your vision and what merely fills your time. Once you have clarity, focus becomes possible because you know exactly where to direct your energy and which distractions to eliminate. Discipline is the execution of clarity over time. It is the commitment to stay on course when distractions appear, when excuses arise, and when motivation wavers. Discipline is what allows you to protect your focus day after day, week after week, and month after month. Without discipline, clarity is meaningless. You can have a perfect plan, a clear vision, and a precise understanding of what matters most. But if you lack the discipline to act consistently on that knowledge, your potential will remain unrealized. Discipline means saying no to what does not serve your goals, even when it is tempting or convenient. It means setting boundaries and protecting your energy like a precious resource, because that energy is the fuel that turns your focus into results. Every great achiever understands that distractions are stealthy enemies. They are subtle, often disguised as productivity or pleasure. They appear as social media, endless meetings, unnecessary tasks, and even good opportunities that do not align with your ultimate goals. These distractions are like sand in the gears of a machine. They slow progress, reduce efficiency, and drain energy. The ability to recognize them, eliminate them, and stay focused is what separates those who accomplish extraordinary results from those who drift through life without impact. Protecting focus requires constant vigilance because the world will always try to pull you away from what truly matters. Focus, clarity, and discipline are not just tools for productivity. They are tools for life mastery. When you combine these elements, your energy becomes aligned, your actions become deliberate, and your results compound. Clarity allows you to see your path with precision. Discipline ensures that you stay on that path regardless of obstacles or temptation. Focus amplifies every action, ensuring that your energy is concentrated where it matters most. Together, they form a trifecta of power that enables you to achieve more in months than others achieve in years, to create impact beyond what most people believe is possible, and to live a life defined by results rather than distractions. Most people underestimate the cost of distraction. Every interruption, every moment spent unfocused, every task that does not move the needle represents lost potential. Over time, these losses accumulate, and people wonder why they never reach the levels of success they dream about. The solution is not to chase more time. It is to cultivate focus, to gain clarity, and to enforce discipline. When you do this, every hour, every action, and every decision is leveraged for maximum impact. The world will not slow down, distractions will not disappear, and demands on your attention will not lessen. So the only way to win is to fortify your mind, protect your energy, and channel your focus with unrelenting intensity. When you embrace clarity and discipline as guardians of your focus, you gain control over your life in ways most people never experience. You stop drifting, Stop reacting and start creating. You invest your energy where it matters most, and the results begin to compound. You begin to move with momentum, with confidence, and with purpose. And while the world remains noisy, chaotic, and full of distractions, you operate from a place of precision, power, and unwavering focus, ensuring that everything you do is directed toward achieving extraordinary outcomes. Action amplified by focus moves mountains. Thinking alone won't create breakthroughs. So many people fall into the trap of believing that planning, imagining, and strategizing will somehow produce the results they desire. They spend hours dreaming about success, analyzing their options, making lists, and visualizing outcomes. Yet when it comes to taking deliberate steps, they freeze. Action without focus is scattered, inefficient, and ultimately fruitless. Thinking alone is a comfort zone masquerading as productivity. The moment you combine thought with precise, directed action, momentum begins to build, and the impossible becomes achievable. Every great achievement in history started with a focused action, a single step in the direction of a goal, taken with clarity and commitment. Focus is the multiplier of action. Imagine two people working toward the same goal. One moves in fits and starts, distracted by minor tasks and interruptions, while the other concentrates all energy on the most impactful actions. The difference in results is staggering. The first person may toil for months without noticeable progress, while the second makes breakthroughs that seem miraculous to observers. This is not luck or innate talent. It is the power of focused action. Every step you take with clarity, purpose, and intensity compounds over time. Action becomes not just movement, but a force that transforms circumstances, opens doors, and creates opportunities that were invisible to those who move without focus. To harness this power, you must first decide what matters most. The human mind can only sustain concentrated effort on a limited number of priorities. When you try to pursue everything at once, energy is diluted and progress stalls. Focus demands that you identify the one or two critical objectives that will produce the greatest impact and commit to them fully. This is where thinking and planning intersect with action. Clarity allows you to know where to move, and focus ensures that every movement propels you toward results rather than distractions. Without focus, even the most inspired action can scatter in multiple directions, wasting time, energy, and potential. Taking action also requires courage. Many people hesitate, overthink, or delay because they fear failure, rejection, or criticism. But focused action removes hesitation because it replaces fear with clarity. When you are absolutely clear on your goals, when your energy is aligned with your priorities, and when distractions are eliminated, hesitation diminishes. You act decisively, you adapt rapidly, and you create momentum that carries you past obstacles that would otherwise stop you. Focus transforms ordinary courage into extraordinary execution, allowing you to move through challenges with the precision and power of someone who refuses to be stopped. Momentum is the natural product of focused action. Each step builds upon the last, creating acceleration that makes previously difficult tasks easier. Obstacles that once seemed insurmountable begin to shrink in the face of relentless, directed effort. When your actions are aligned with clarity and purpose, you start to operate at a higher level than before. You notice patterns, recognize opportunities, and make adjustments in real time, all while maintaining the intensity necessary to keep progress steady and unstoppable. Scattered action creates friction. Focused action produces flow. High achievers do not wait for perfect conditions. They understand that action amplified by focus produces results even under pressure, even with limited resources, and even in the face of uncertainty. Waiting for the ideal moment is a trap, because clarity and opportunity are rarely handed to anyone neatly. The difference between success and stagnation is often a single decision to act with focused intensity despite imperfect circumstances. That is the hallmark of extraordinary individuals. They act decisively, persistently, and relentlessly, knowing that every focused step compounds into extraordinary results. Action also reinforces focus. When you take deliberate, consistent steps toward your goals, you train your mind to recognize what matters and to filter out what does not. The feedback from action sharpens your clarity, strengthens your discipline, and amplifies your momentum. You stop guessing, you stop overthinking, and you start producing. Thinking alone is passive. Action transforms intention into reality. This cycle of focused thought, followed by directed action, is the engine of achievement, the mechanism through which ordinary effort becomes extraordinary impact. When you combine clarity, focus, and action, you become unstoppable. You stop drifting, stop overanalyzing, and stop wasting time on meaningless tasks. You move with intention, power, and precision, channeling your energy toward results that matter most. The world rewards those who act decisively with focus, and every breakthrough, every victory, and every success story begins with the decision to act in alignment with your highest priorities. Every great achievement begins with mastering focus, not chasing more time. People spend their lives searching for extra hours, wishing for longer days, dreaming of ways to bend the clock in their favor. Yet they overlook the one variable that truly creates results: their ability to focus with clarity, intensity, and discipline. Time is constant. It will not stretch, it will not slow, and it will not wait for anyone. What changes everything is the way you use the time you already have. Mastering focus means taking control of your energy, your attention, and your actions, and directing them relentlessly toward what truly matters. This is the foundation of every great achievement, the hidden force behind success stories, and the secret weapon of those who create extraordinary results in ordinary hours. Focus is not simply paying attention. It is the art of prioritizing with precision. Most people spend their energy on things that seem urgent but are ultimately inconsequential. Emails, social media, minor errands, and constant interruptions pull attention in every direction, leaving the most important goals neglected. Mastering focus means identifying the one or two actions that will produce the greatest impact and committing to them fully. It is the decision to invest your energy where it multiplies, where it creates leverage, and where it moves you closer to your vision. Focus transforms ordinary hours into powerful blocks of productivity and ensures that your efforts generate real, measurable results. Discipline is the engine that sustains focus. Clarity alone is not enough. Knowing what matters does not guarantee that you will act consistently. Discipline is the commitment to act in alignment with your priorities every day, regardless of distractions, fatigue, or external pressure. It is the ability to say no to what does not serve your highest goals, to set boundaries, and to protect your attention like the most precious resource in your life. Without discipline, focus is fleeting. With discipline, focus becomes unstoppable, turning ordinary effort into extraordinary outcomes. Every achievement, from building a business to creating a work of art, from reaching peak physical performance to developing mastery in any field, begins with this combination of clarity, focus, and disciplined action. Those who excel do not wait for perfect conditions or extra time. They take the hours they have and maximize them with precision. They understand that distractions are inevitable, obstacles are guaranteed, and setbacks are part of the process. What differentiates them is their ability to remain focused, to direct their energy toward high-impact actions, and to act consistently in alignment with their goals. Focus is the multiplier that makes effort effective, the force that turns potential into reality, and the skill that separates achievers from dreamers. Focus also amplifies momentum. When your energy is directed at what truly matters, progress accelerates. Each step builds upon the last, creating forward motion that compounds over time. Momentum creates clarity, confidence, and results that feed on themselves. Conversely, scattered effort produces friction, confusion, and stagnation. People who chase time without focus feel perpetually behind, perpetually busy, and perpetually frustrated. Those who master focus, however, harness their time as a tool, using it deliberately to produce measurable results and to build unstoppable momentum toward their goals. High achievers understand that mastering focus requires ongoing effort and awareness. Life is designed to distract, to scatter attention, and to lure people into activity that produces little return. Notifications, obligations, and the expectations of others constantly compete for attention. To protect your focus, you must be vigilant. You must set clear priorities, eliminate unnecessary tasks, and commit your energy to what moves the needle. Mastering focus is not a one-time event. It is a daily practice, a lifelong skill, and the defining habit of those who achieve extraordinary success. Focus also enhances creativity, problem-solving, and decision-making. When your attention is concentrated on what matters, your mind begins to operate at a higher level. Solutions that were invisible become obvious. Opportunities appear that others overlook. Your energy is aligned with purpose, and your actions produce maximum impact. Time alone cannot create these results. Only focus, coupled with disciplined action, can produce breakthroughs, accelerate progress, and transform goals into reality. When you master focus, you stop wishing for more hours, longer days, or extra opportunities. You stop blaming external circumstances for your lack of progress. Instead, you harness the time you already have, directing it with precision, intensity, and purpose. Every great life, every significant accomplishment, every extraordinary success is built on this principle. Mastery of focus allows you to move faster, achieve more, and create results that most people only dream of. And it is available to anyone willing to claim it, protect it, and wield it relentlessly.